Thank you guys for tuning in to NFL News and Notes. I'm Chris Hagler, and today I'm going to give you my 2010 prediction for the Cincinnati Bengals. But first, to a 2009 recap of their season. The offense, not very good last year. They were ranked 24th in the offense. They were 26th in the pass, but they were ranked 9th in the run. Cedric Benson definitely, when he came in as the starter, really changed the way that offense ran. He was amazing last year. Definitely, in my opinion, was the comeback player of the year. However, they were 22nd in scoring offense, which is kind of weird because they normally have had a very explosive offense. And here's the flip side of the coin. Their defense, which is normally not that good, was actually 4th in the NFL last year. They were 6th in the pass. They were 7th in the run. So it's definitely a turn when you consider how bad the defense has been over the last 3 to 4 years. Now you're talking about them being in the top 5 of the NFL, which is just amazing. Now, the good part of the offense was, of course, the run game, and another one was the offensive line. They only gave up 29 sacks last year, only gave up 56 quarterback hits. So definitely the offensive line is kind of solidified. Now, free agent signings for the team this year, they bring in Jabril Wilson. I completely butchered his name, but Jabril Wilson, the safety that used to play for the Miami Dolphins. Now, last year, 93 tackles. He didn't have any interceptions, didn't have any sacks, but definitely he is a guy who's going to get the ball carrier down the first time and not have to worry about losing a tackle. He gets the tackle immediately. Another guy was Antonio Bryant, the wide receiver from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He had one great season, and ever since then, he's kind of been a bust. He has a lot of potential, but he does run his mouth a lot. He's kind of a sort of distraction, but not big distraction. I think he has some big things with the quarterback. He's got Carson Palmer now, so depending on where they place him, it depends on whether or not he has a very good season. Now in the draft, I loved their draft. I mean, they brought in Jermaine Gresham, the tight end. He's going to definitely help out in the receiving game. They bring in Jordan Shipley, the wide receiver. I love Jordan Shipley. I believe in the next 2 to 3 years, he's going to be one of the top wide receivers coming out in the last few drafts. I really think he's got a lot of potential as a rookie. A big thing is they're going to be getting Antoine Odom back. He led the team in sacks. He suffered that horrible injury that kept him out for the rest of the year. With bringing him back to a defense that already is very good, you can only imagine the sky is the limit for that defense now. They're going to have a lot of pressure and a lot of expectations to match the numbers that they put up their 2009 season. Also on the offensive line, Andre Smith. I'm not sure where he's going to fit in. He originally was going to come in and be the starter for the offensive line, but they were so good last year. Now it really depends whether or not they place him in the offensive line. I'm sure he's going to compete for his job. I'm sure they're going to give him a definite fair opportunity to win over the position, but it's going to be interesting to see. He had the ankle injury in a non-contract drill, so now the durability issue is a concern. We'll definitely see where the Cincinnati Bengals place him. All in all, like I said, they were 10-6 last year. They swept through the division, but they're 4-6 outside of the division. This year, I do think they have a better defense, bringing in Jabril Wilson. Carlos Dunlap, also a defensive end that they bring in, getting Antoine Odom back, definitely is going to help out the defense. Offensively, you can only expect the offense is going to get better. I mean, 24th overall offense with Carson Palmer and Cedric Benson. I don't see that happening again. I think the defense, if they're not top 5, definitely a top 10 defense. I really like the Cincinnati Bengals this year. I'm going to go 11-5. They have a very tough schedule. I think Pittsburgh's going to be improved. The Baltimore Ravens are an improved team. The Browns, no. But they do play the AFC East, the Patriots. They're at New England. I believe they're at the Jets. So they've got some tough games to play. All in all, I think 11-5 is a very good number for the Cincinnati Bengals to end up. So will it be good enough to win the division? Well, you're going to have to stay tuned as I finish up the AFC North, starting with tomorrow, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So thank you guys for joining me on NFL News and Notes. This is Chris Hagler. Have a great night, guys.